22 principles in total that I put together in this small little booklet. Principle number 1, before you go shopping, please bath. Number 1, bath, geza, hlamba, geza. Don't walk around the shopping mall with teeth that are dirty. Don't walk around the shopping mall with armpits that are smelling. Don't walk around the shopping mall with socks that are dirty. You know, I had a friend in school, when he took off his socks, the socks would stand still, you know, because they were dirty for a long time, the dust and everything else. You know what I'm talking about? And so be clean, clean up yourself. And I'm talking about you actually looking after your own estate. Look after your estate, for this is the gift that you have on yourself. Did you think I'm talking about only bathing? No, I'm not talking about just bathing your body. I'm talking about mental hygiene. I'm talking about social hygiene. I'm talking about spiritual hygiene. I'm talking about emotional hygiene. Many people, when they get into relationships, they bring baggages with them. They bring debt with them. And then they expect this other child to be the one who must start cleaning this bus. Take note again. A bus is leaving from Cape to Cairo. Big, beautiful bus. It has just left Cape Town. When it's in Cape Town, it gets a few passengers. They look so smart and they look so nice. And then when it gets to Bloemfontein, other passengers go off. New passengers come inside. They bring their cigarettes with them. They start smoking in the bus. They're enjoying their bus. Music is rocking. You have John Vulligate. People are having fun in the bus. Bus moves on further, gets to a place they call Johannesburg. Other people come with their booze. They come in with their gins. They come in with their savannas and their coronas. And they also come into the bus and they start drinking. It's getting nicer here. Others are smoking. Others are drinking. Others are trying to look smart and looking intelligent. The bus crosses over to Petersburg. Other people come in with their traditional beers and marula. It crosses over into Zimbabwe in Harare. Other passengers come in, bringing their traditional drums and everything else. They hit the drums in the bus. You can see it's getting busy now. Get to Lusaka, a new bunch of people are coming inside. Get to Nairobi, another group of passengers are coming inside. It gets to, right up before it gets to Algeria there, the last passenger who must get on the bus. Then he is told, you are going to pay for the full trip of the bus. The question is, why must I pay for sitting on this bus when all other passengers who have been sitting on this bus were riding for free? Oh, you didn't hear me? Then why must I pay Lobola when everybody has been riding this bus for free? It's not only riding the bus for free. It actually smells. Smells liquor. Smells alcohol. It has lipstick on the windows. Others were puking on the bus. Dust and mud that you collected in Congo. This bus basically is a junkyard full of all sorts of things, smells and people and dirt that is there. And the last passenger is told, you are going to pay 15 cows. You are going to pay 18 cows. But when you're opening for free. Now we must start the official thing and someone must start paying. So did you think I'm talking about a bus? And the last passenger on the bus must now clean up the bus. Huh? Sweep the bus. And while she is trying to sweep this bus, other passengers are saying, we are not going anywhere. We were sitting in this bus before it even left Cape Town. So why do you want us to leave? These are extra relationships that you are stuck with for the longest of time because you gave these people permission to sit on your bus and do as they please. Can I pass a comment? May you please respect the last passenger. Respect the last passenger. Because the last passenger knows the value of that bus. And do you want to give a dirty bus, to the last passenger? The best way of respecting the last passenger is to respect yourself. So that by the time you're offering the passenger, access to this bus, you don't give them as much work. So bath first. Clean up your bus. And before you get the passenger onto the bus, hey, it's none of our problems. Don't tell me my previous boyfriend, my previous girlfriend, we were not there. They injured you. It's not us who injured you. They got you pregnant. It's not us who got you pregnant. So your problems, deal with them yourself. Get professional help. Get someone who can clean up the bus for you. Go to professional people. Get psychologists. Get counselors. Clean up yourself as much as you can. And sometimes even no matter how clean, you can clean up the bus. We know some of our young people today, they look so young, 18 years, 21 years, 22 years. And you think that these are brand new cars, 2020 model. Hey, but look at mileage. Look at mileage. 150,000, 200,000 kilometers already done. And the model is still 2020. But you look at the odometer, it tells you, hey. Kade sidlula kulo mhlaba, and it's finished. It's finished. You look at the boy, he can't even wake up in the morning, and his small little cable cannot even point. How do you know that the boy is healthy? In the morning, if you find as a mother, if you find that the toilet is dirty this way and this way, you must know that that boy is healthy. Because it means that at least the cable is still working. And some of our young boys, they are now peeing on their shoes. You can't tell whether this is a fresh banana or it is now banana juice. It can't even stand. It is just a piece of string that is hanging between their legs. High mileage. Look at our young ladies also. High mileage. The breasts that are supposed to be at 1/4, they are now at 1/2, and now they are looking for fresh marriages. And you wonder, where was this bus traveling all along, and what was it doing on the freeways? And you wonder, after messing up this vehicle to this extent, and yet you expect when the passenger walks in that they must appreciate the leftovers. This apple has been eaten from the left to the right, from the top to the bottom. It's only that apples have that small little thing on top. It is only that thing that is left, and it's full of teeth right round. This thing has been eaten, it's almost finished, and we are being told, pay for the full price. Pay even for those that ate it. You are going to pay. Now you must start wiping saliva from other people who were busy eating this apple of yours. Who wants to eat apples that have been exposed to so many teeth before they are even bought? So I say to you, very simple. Please, when you're buying food, all of us, if you find a woman sitting at the mall with a packet of chips, and she has already opened the chips. I'm selling some chips. Can you please buy some chips? Say, yeah, give me the chips. And then she gives you an open packet of chips. You go, hey, first, are you sick? I said, I want my Simba chips closed. He said, no, I was opening for you. No one will eat that. Because you want to take the packet of chips. And it must go poo for yourself. Then you open up the chips and you eat them. Now, if you are so careful about buying chips, if you are so careful about buying clothes, that you don't buy second-hand clothes, you don't buy second-hand food, you don't go to a restaurant to order leftovers, you want to order a fresh meal. If you are so careful about food and dress, how can you be so careless about your life in terms of allowing those that don't mean business to destroy the content, the value, true value of what you are, the essence of who you are? So bath first, clean up yourself. If you have destroyed yourself already, stop. Take some time out. Go back to yourself. Regather your mind. Regather your emotions. And many of the young people and many of the young girls are not getting married. Ask me why. Because they can get sex for free. And the day when they want to make the decisions, most likely they will have made many wrong decisions. Clean up yourself. Number 2, write your list at home. Before you go to the shopping mall, write, I want this, 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 so that when you get to the shopping mall and you see what you are looking for, you see it and you know it and you can buy it. So don't carry lots of money and you go to the mall and you don't know what you're going to be buying. You end up buying everything else that you don't need. Did you think I'm talking about writing a list at home? Know what you want in life. You cannot be in a pub and you want to get married to a pastor. Yeah? Make sense? You cannot find these things in the wrong place. So please, write your list. And while you're writing your list, write it in an organized fashion. I've seen some people in the shopping malls very confused. Bali list yet yona eggs, right? After eggs, at shoe polish. After shoe polish, at milk. After milk, at plants. After plants, at pads and tampons. After that, at petties. Then all of a sudden, chicky, funny jam. Then you get into the shopping mall and you'll be running from aisle 16 to aisle 25, because you pick one thing, then you must run over, then you must run over. Hey, if you are a student, for example, write your list nicely. You say beans, then you say peas. All the things that are found within one shelf, collect them while you are there. You get me very well. So while you are doing school, collect everything that is needed right there, so that you don't run to the other aisle. And then when you are there, you discover, oops, that which you need in aisle number 14, you left it in aisle number 8. Then you find these confused people, usually in the shopping malls, filling up the whole shopping mall with confusion. Be organized. While you are at it, collect all of it. It starts off with planning. Do school when you must do school. Date when you must date. Marry when you must marry. Work when you must work. Then you work in an organized fashion, so that you don't have to redo certain things. If you've been to some certain parties, you go to these discos, and you find an old man with a bald head to his neck. There's all hair is missing, with a small little bandana on the head, trying to jive also with the 18-year-olds. And you ask this old man, where were you? Where were you all along that now you're coming back here and you're causing chaos right here where the young people are? It means that while you were running up, you forgot this other piece here. Do what you must do on time. Principle number 3, when you're still at home, please learn to eat at home. Don't go to the shopping mall when you're hungry. You cannot convert a shopping mall into an eating place. No, you eat at home. The love that you're looking for in the mall, start giving it at home. If grandmama is not feeling well, please make some warm water for her. Rub her feet, scrub her nails, cut her toenails. Learn how to look after these old people. Learn how to give hugs to your cousins. When your brother is hurt, please call them closer to yourself. Learn to start distributing love, because there where you are going, the very same things that you are failing to do in your home here, you will not do them right there. I've seen many boys and girls who can't wait to get out of their father's houses because they want to go and enjoy life. And they discover when they get there that the principles that maintain those relationships, they've actually forgotten them at home. So please, learn to love at home. Learn to care at home. Learn to be patient at home. Learn the principles of life from your home settings. And after you've collected these principles, you're ready to go to the shopping mall. Principle number 4, please don't come to the shopping mall too early. Don't come to the shopping mall too late. What do I mean by too early? Here's a young little girl still dressed up in uniform. 4:30 in the morning. Already in the shopping mall, walking around the mall. Hey, what are you doing here? Go home and do some homework. You are a thief, Moss. You will cause trouble here. The watchman is now calling, please, we have an unidentified person here walking around the mall. The mall is not yet open. Yeah? You hear me well? I'm speaking in a higher language. I hope you can catch up with me. The mall is not yet open. So please, close it. We're opening at 10. We're opening at 10. In other words, by the time the mall is open, we actually have not only the physical muscle to handle relationship, we also have the financial muscle to handle those relationships, the emotional muscle to handle those relationships. Don't go to the shopping mall too early. Hey, 9-year-old, I have a boyfriend. 15 years old, hey, my first date. Hey, someone to break my virginity at 18 and 20. Hey, you're starting trouble. Stay away from adult things. You cannot be going to be treating STDs at an age of 17 and 18 and already going through abortions at the ages of 14 and 20. It's not right. You can't use abortion as a form of contraception. It's important that we start learning how do we come to the shopping mall early. Number 2, on the same concept again of coming to the shop early, don't come here too late. Then you find these are the old people at the ages of 40, 50. Life begins at 40. Life begins at 40. By then, diabetes is high, sugar is high, the pencil can no longer write, and the man wants to bring up children on the retirement funds. This old man is finished, and he wants to come and marry you as a young girl. He's not looking for a wife. He's looking for a retirement partner. He's just looking for someone to close his eyes when he dies. Hey, tell him you are not a retirement package. You still want to go on holidays. You still want to run around and enjoy life with your children. So it's important. Don't wait until it's too late. Because imagine the shop is closing at 5. Duku. When I go 4:45, you are starting to walk into the mall. You want to start buying. Hey, please, we're about to close the shop. Then you are running up and down. You are disorganized. You are just grabbing things. You can't even check the things that you are grabbing because you no longer have time. Time for everything under the sun. Life cannot begin at 40 and begin at 50. Then your first child is at 51. By the time the child is 16, when now you're 66. What's your name, by the way? What's your name, by the way? And you can't remember your own child. Can you imagine? The children still want to play outside. Daddy, can we play tennis? Where now you've gout at that time. Your bones are no longer waking. Your eyes are no longer seeing. You can't even see where the ball is. Come on, guys. Don't torture us as young people with old people, retirement people. Those people belong to the old age homes. They must go and find other old people in the old age homes, and they must live there. As a young person, don't come to the mall too early. Don't come to the shopping mall too late. Come right on time. When you enter into my shopping mall, look around all the posters. It's well written. Agriculture, toiletries, bakeries, milks, and etc. Yes, you heard me well. What does it mean, therefore? Go to the right shelf and get the right goods. You cannot find apples on the cosmetic section. Be organized. That is part of the deal of shopping, so that you don't waste your time running around and etc. By the way, principle number 5, while on that, if you can't find what you're looking for, ask the person in uniform. Yes, ask the person in uniform. These are your pastors, these are your elders, these are your mothers, these are your uncles, these are your senior citizens. Hey man, I'm trying to look for this and this and this. We'll take it to the right shelf and say, Oscar, this thing you're looking for is not here. It is over there. It is over there. Remember, when you're 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, the quality of people that you can attract are equivalent to the type of money that you have. Most likely the person you're sleeping with right now cannot even afford to buy underwear for themselves. They can't even afford to buy toothbrushes. They can't even afford to take you for dinner. They must go and borrow money from someone, from their parents, so that they can take you out. Therefore, remember that when you hurry into the shopping mall, and you're not ready for the shopping mall, most likely you're going to get abused, because you're going to undersell yourself. You're going to undervalue yourself. I want to tell all the young kids who are out there, who are in primary school, who are in high school, don't date in primary school, don't date in college, don't date even at high school. Your boyfriends, if you're a young girl, they're at college waiting for you, at the university. So if you're kissing another standard 9, another standard 10, another standard 12, you are busy getting yourself eaten for free. Because your real boyfriends that you're looking for, they are doing BSc at the university. They are waiting for first years to arrive, and they'll marry them. And if you are in high school right now, and you are busy sleeping with someone, you must know you're eating someone's goods, because you cannot even afford those children. Please leave them. Your girlfriends are still in primary school, and some of them are not yet even born. So please wait for others also. Give these ones a chance to go where they belong. Your chance is also coming. So please, while you're in the shopping mall, look at the right shelves, and then you can pick up what you want. I want to share something that is quite exciting. This one, when I wrote it, my mind just giggled a little bit. It says, don't advertise what you're not selling. Don't advertise what you're not selling. Then find these young girls, the cleavage is outside. You find the backside cleavage is also outside. And all this beautiful food, it's just burning in the sun. Who is going to come and respect stuff that is exposed to the sun? If it is valuable, please cover it up. Because when you begin to advertise it, the question is, do you have stock? Do you have stock? Because people are going to start knocking, looking for stock. So many of our young kids begin to overexpose themselves in the name of fashion and etc. And you end up being a sex object. Rather than people look at you for the value between your two ears, they start looking at other places. And remember, what you display is what they're coming to eat. What you are advertising, that's what we will buy. You don't want to advertise breast as if breasts have brain. Come on. If someone can just love you because of your body, and they don't love you because of your brains, then you are less than your true value. So cover up everything else, and let us have mental intercourse first before we can have physical intercourse. That's the most important thing. So don't advertise what you are not selling because you don't have stock. And you get yourself disturbed. You're in school. Apps. People are now harassing you on the road. Sometimes because you've started to show and display another side of your marketability and you're not yet ready for it. Let me say this one very loudly. There's some certain things that are now ready for you, but you're not ready for them. The fact that you're now on your periods does not mean that you are ready to become a mother. The fact that you're now having wet dreams at night does not mean that you're ready to become a father. Yes, the penis is ready, the vagina is ready, the breasts are ready, the bums are there. You woke up one morning and you discover that the curves are now beginning to grow in different directions. The fact that all these things are coming together does not mean that they are ready for consumption. You must wait until you are ready for that which you want to do Exactly. So don't advertise what you are not selling, because when you start advertising, people will start coming looking for stock. You may just find that you don't have enough stock of what you're advertising. Let's pick up another principle. When you're buying on the shopping mall, please avoid it. Avoid it. I say it again. Avoid it. That while you are on the shopping mall, you have and you make this great mistake of starting by buying ice cream. You hear me well? By buying ice creams, by buying milk, and you put it in the trolley, and margarine, you put it in the trolley, and you're still going to be walking around this mall for the next 1 hour. You'll be full, especially in Africa here, where the temperatures are 35 to 40 degrees sometimes. By the time you finish buying, these fresh things will actually be spoiled. Did you think I'm talking about milk? These things of milk and ice cream, you do them last. On your way out, when you've bought everything else, the perishable things, always keep them for the last part when you're walking out of a relationship. So it's not true that when you're starting relationships, you say, well, let's just have a sex thing. Let's get it done with. Then we can see what happens after that. It may be too late. And sometimes all it takes is one mistake. And after that one mistake, you have ruined your entire shopping experience. Before you even enjoy the shopping itself, you already have baggages. You must now start worrying about buying milk. You must start worrying about looking after the responsibility and having the responsibilities that you do not even prepare for. So don't hurry for milk. Don't hurry for ice cream. Wait a little bit. We'll do it last on our way out of the shop. Then we buy these things out. Another principle that I want to share with you. Please, when you're buying your stuff, don't take bread and put it in the trolley. And buns and eggs, you put them in the trolley. Then on top of the bread, then you go and buy crates, cartons of beans, cartons of fish, and you dump them on top of the bread. By the time you're at the trolley, by the time you're at the till, you may find that your bread no longer looks like bread. It is twisted like this. Why? Because other heavier things have come onto the thing, onto your precious goods. You hear me well? Avoid issues. Avoid issues. Avoid things that will destroy your life as a young person. You don't want now, you have a child on the left, you have another child on the right. Now you are ready to get married. And you get there and people ask you, so whose child is this? And where is the father of this child? It becomes complicated. As much as you are pregnant, for example, now you want to start looking for a husband. You want to start getting married, and you're already carrying a baby. And who wants to get married to a woman who is already carrying another man's baby? That's a fact. So the issue is, how do you increase your value so that you can make the best of your decisions? So do first things first, then last things last. You don't get pregnant, then look for someone to marry you. No, someone must marry you first. Then you can make as many babies as you want. The environment becomes conducive. So within that framework, we want to advise the young people that while you are doing your shopping, please, you start off with the hard things at the bottom. These are your beans, your packets of potatoes, these are your crates of fish, these are your crates, all the big things. Then the softer things, put them on top. Did you hear me well? By saying the harder things, I'm talking about education, financial sustainability, agriculture, food securities, accommodation, and other things. Make sure that the base is right, so that you don't take the softer things and put them on top of the softer things, and you pile harder things on top, and you destroy what is at the bottom. Here is the very important one I want to share with you. When you are walking on the shopping mall, you hear me well, please check the expiry date of all your goods that you are buying. Pick them up. It's usually written at the bottom there. Expired by. Best use before. You know what I'm saying? And then you may find that when you buy a certain piece of food, you only have 2 days to eat it before it expires. You hear me well? Then you hear young boys and girls busy trying to look at me like I'm too old. I don't understand these things. And the young boy says, I'm going to give Ben 10. Ben 10 is this new culture now where old women are marrying young boys. and maybe Benten, send them the fresh ones. Remember, young boy, check the expiry date of this magogo, of this old woman that you're going out with. Because some of these women removed their ovaries and removed their wombs in 1972. There is nothing left there. These things have already expired. This magogo that you love so much, she's already 45, she's already 42. She's already nearing menopause. She only has literally like 6 months left before her eggs stop. Are you following me carefully? She's almost reaching the expiry date. Here you are rushing into these things. Old men who are just waiting to exhale, and they want to come and exhale on your chest. No, young people, love yourself enough. Check for the expiry date. Look at the bottom there. You may just find that there's a date. Best use before. Yeah? Best use before. You don't want to be visible. Things will walk you past, and you're busy hiding behind where you cannot be seen. Brand yourself properly and place yourself where you're nice and visible. Here's another complicated one. When you are on the shopping mall, remember this one is very, very critical. Very, very critical. Don't touch fruits. You heard me well. Don't touch fruits. One more time. Don't touch fruits you don't intend to buy. Some young boys and girls have become fingerprint collecting centers where the Tom, the Dicks, and the Harrys, they're just coming and touching them fruits, leaving their fingerprints, evidence that they were also here. Dick was here, John was here, Mary was here, Justina was here, Patience was here, and Love More. I love Zimbabwe names. Love More was also here. All of them just touching and leaving their fingerprints. They come to these bananas, they squeeze these bananas, and they leave them there. And they find another one again, squeeze it and leave it there. And then the real customer comes trying to buy some bananas, and these things have nails on them, nails from slay queens. They've love bites from slay queens. It's overused already before it's even purchased. And I'm trying to make this as graphic as possible. So do you understand exactly what I'm trying to say? We're not talking about fruits and bananas here. We're talking about your life. Don't be a center that is collecting fingerprints. Don't be a center that is collecting fingerprints. Some of us have made mistakes. Yes, I can say so. An old man now. I can be honest and truthful. We have made mistakes. And where we made mistakes, don't make the same mistake also. Please, if someone wants to touch you, tell them to touch you with their eyes, never with their hands. And don't touch things that you don't intend to buy. You are not a police station or a fingerprint collecting center. Respect yourself enough to refuse to be touched. And you also, young boys, stop touching other children's things if you don't intend to buy those things. Walk around, admire them, and look at them. Because that leads us to another very critical principle. Very critical principle. This one, I want all the young men who are listening to this broadcast this evening, please stand up on your feet. I want to address you in a very particular way. All the young boys that are there, all the young men that are there, this principle is for you. And while you're standing, I want you to say this after me. If I break it, it's mine. One more time. If I break it, it's mine. Say it after me. If I break it, it's mine. What do I say? When you break it, consider it yours. Kiwena clever. You found this thing sitting on the shelf. You found this beautiful vase sitting on the shelf. You are the one who reached out your hand. You grabbed the glass from the shelf, looked at it from the left, looked at it from the right, turned it upside down, turned it to the front up, made it bend over, made it slip over this way. Please twist your legs, do this and this, and you enjoyed yourself. Pasha! A few moments later, this thing is broken. It's all scattered on the floor. Then you want to say, hey, it's not me. It's not me. Hey, too late. This thing was not talking to you. It's you who went to it. It's you who approached it. It's you who grabbed it. It's you who broke it. If I were you, I would go on the floor and ask for a broom, collect all those pieces together, put them in the